Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. On the ETH chart, we don't have any change at the moment. The market is simply following at the moment the microstructure. This here looks like a triangle pattern in a B wave that topped, yesterday we talked about that, no, 2 days ago actually. That B wave completed and now we are in this C wave to the downside. At least this is one possible interpretation which I'm following. Ideally, the move down would be a little bit more rapid after a breakdown from a triangle. So we'll take a look at that in this video. Overall, I just want to take a look at the shorter time frame in yesterday's video. We also considered the daily chart and took a look at it and referred to it. But today, let's just take a look at the micro patterns. There is enough to talk about. So thesis is at the moment that on the 13th of January, like on the Bitcoin chart, a larger degree swing low formed. In this case, on the Ethereum chart, it's a B wave. We had a 5-wave move up, so tendency is higher prices. At least we can, it could be a 3-wave move. The last move up is quite long, but we give the bulls a chance, right? We give the bulls the benefit of the doubt as long as the 3034 level is holding, which is the 78.6 retracement of the initial rally. So as long as that pullback that's unfolding now isn't leading or isn't giving us a break below 3034, we can watch for higher prices. At least I'll do that. In the very short term, though, the idea was for this correction to extend a little bit, which it's doing at the moment. So if you watched yesterday's video, you were prepared potentially for lower prices. But bear in mind that this is, as long as we're holding $3,034, this is simply noise and shouldn't really distract us from the underlying pattern, which is bullish. So don't let the noise, don't let the noise, let's say, overshadow the background underlying pattern, which is bullish, right? So what we want to say is this here is an A wave, part of a correction. This here most likely a B wave, part of a correction, and we could be in C wave down now, part of a correction, which should, however, eventually break out to the upside. At least this is, at the moment, the interpretation, as long as we're holding above 3034. Why do we not have a bearish detailed count? Well, because we're holding above support. I mean, the support area is what tells us that the bulls are losing control. Well, if it breaks, right? So if it breaks, right, then it's likely, and that's the bearish count, short-term bearish at least, then it's very likely we're going to test around about 2,700, maybe even 2,400, but as far away. There is something that we could call a wedge pattern on the chart. It's not a very clear wedge. Depends on how you draw it. You can make it look more like a wedge or less, depending on if you use the wicks or whatever. You can draw it a bit like that. Okay, so this is something to watch. Worth watching if the market breaks. Probably more like that. If the market breaks below the upper support, then it might be worth watching this potential wedge pattern here. Let me just draw the trend line properly. These trend lines are never going to be super reliable because you have different exchanges with slight price differences, but it tells you the story, right? It tells us there is something we can watch if the price breaks upper support. First of all, there's the 2,920 level and the descending trend line of the wedge pattern, which ideally would break to the upside. Also shows you it could definitely fill in a little bit more. But for now, I'm simply watching here the Elliott wave pattern on the 1-hour time frame. And communication was that ideally somewhere from here, a 4th wave bounce starts. Well, could be unfolding now. But as long as we stay below 3,273, I cannot confirm yet an upside breakout attempt. Honestly, breaking that area here between 3,238 to 3,273, getting above that would only really be a first indication a breakout is attempted. It's an attempt. We would then, in the next step, need to see a break above the green line located at 3,450. Everything within this range is literally just noise. For now, the near-term trend or near-term pressure seems to be down, especially as long as the market stays below 3,270. Yeah, that's the update about Ethereum. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.